Mr. Agiye Hall, I mean this wholeheartedly. You have single-handedly sabotaged your own career, and it's nobody's fault but yours. You are the reason that you're not where you want to be. Ho ho ho, ho 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 ho. Now I know what you're sitting there saying, yo Matt, Christmas is over. Why are you saying ho ho ho? And that's because in northern Alabama today, it snowed, so we got a little late Christmas present for those people that do enjoy it. Now I myself, like any other person in the state of Alabama or Southeast, I enjoy the snow. Why? Because we don't see it all the time and it don't bother me. It's nice to look at and I like watching it snow, as long as I'm inside my warm and cozy house. I say that to say this, and it's the main reason I brought it up. It doesn't snow much in Alabama, maybe only once a year, and when it does snow, everybody forgets how to drive and they have a panic attack. And that's currently what's going on. So if you are from any other states that saw some snow today in the Southeast, hope you're staying safe. And by the way, let me throw this in there. It didn't snow like 5 or 6 inches like people up north are used to. It snowed about 1/4 or 1/2 of an inch. Yes, I get it. You people up north, you're laughing at us, but we just don't know how to handle it and we're not used to it. And also for this cold weather, it's been freezing for the past 3 or 4 days. It looks like it's heading out the door and we're about to start heating up. Anyways, getting on track with the football stuff, the main reason you're here, I don't even know why I talked about the weather. I don't like to make videos like this, but sometimes we have to. Believe it or not, I don't like to talk about the bad stuff that happens to these players. I much rather talk about the exciting stuff, the great stuff going on. The bottom line is, though, it's part of the job. To go along with that, I'm not the type of person that likes to toot my own horn. For example, I'll beat you in a game of basketball to 21-0. I'll beat you in a game of pool. I'll beat you in video games, NBA 2K22. I'll beat you in anything, and I won't even bring it up because I expect to win. Same thing with my takes on college football. I expect to be right. So whenever I am right, I'm not going to act like one of those a-holes, a sore winner. I don't care so much to prove people wrong. That is nice, but I like to prove myself right. The only validation I seek in this life is from myself. I'm competing with myself each and every day to get better and better. Nobody else. I don't look at Bob down the street and compare my car or house to Bob. I don't compare my lawn to his. I work on me and my life every single day and compare it to yesterday to the next one. However, with that being said, it is really nice sometimes, and you do want to toot your own horn when you're right, when everybody, and I mean 85-90% of people thought you was going to be wrong. For those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about or referring to, last year around this time, Alabama had a 5-star wide receiver that went by the name of Agiye Hall. He entered the transfer portal. Or my bad, he didn't enter the transfer portal. He got kicked off the team by Nick Saban and then entered the transfer portal. That's a key piece of information to throw in there. We made a video about this, and I'm sure a good majority of you, if you've been here for a while, you might have stumbled across it and you might have saw it. In this 9-minute video, I told you guys that Agiye Hall, it didn't matter where he goes, it's not going to work out, because it's not a problem with Alabama, it was a problem with Agiye Hall. I remember it so vividly. The top comment I saw in that video is everyone saying, oh, I'm just an Alabama fan that is mad that Agiye Hall is leaving my school and he's going to thrive somewhere else. To make a long story short, he goes to Texas, and I had Texas fans DMing me at me on Twitter saying, oh, Matt, you're just mad that we got y'all's 5-star wide receiver you couldn't use correctly. And I tried telling Texas fans, hey, you're in for a treat with this one. Good luck. And the reason I said that isn't because I know Agiye Hall personally, because I do not. It had more so to do with the fact, if Nick Saban, let me repeat this, if Nick Saban in Alabama has to kick you off of the team, there is something major wrong with you or something major wrong going on. Nick Saban at Alabama does not, let me repeat this, does not believe in kicking players off the team. He believes in giving second and third chances. I know, right? It sounds absurd. Alabama is the gold standard. Why would they give anybody a second chance rather less a third chance? I'm not going to talk about this too long. If you know, you know. Nick Saban said this years ago because he got backlash for not kicking a kid off the team, and he explained it. Saban said, hey, if I kick this player off the team, his life is only going to get worse, but if we keep him on the team, he may learn a lesson and get better. And I agree with him 100%. If a kid makes a terrible decision in their life and you kick him off the team, he'll probably compound that with another bad decision. Whereas if he does make that bad decision and you just suspend him for a couple of games and he gets back on track, it could change his life. And oh yeah, by the way, that player that Nick Saban gave that second chance to, he made it to the NFL. I can't even remember his name off the top of my head, but if you know, you know. Continuing along here, Agiye Hall, he goes to Texas and he's supposed to be the next big thing and yada yada yada. You know how it goes. They hyped him up. You can go watch the old videos. I'm not going to ramble on it too much. I said it time after time after time. I was wishing Agiye Hall the best of luck. I told you guys how I feel about it. I got my own problems in life. I could care less if a 4 or 5-star recruit wants to be a part of my team at Alabama or doesn't want to be. I'm always going to be 100% honest with you. Right now, if our 5-star running back said he wants to leave, I don't care. I really don't care. Would I like for him and every single 5-star recruit to want to be of our culture and program? Yes, but if they don't want to be, then we don't want you here. It is a privilege to play at Alabama. We don't need anybody. And that may come off arrogant and cocky. I don't mean it to. It's just the cold hard facts. What have I told you guys repeatedly? Give me the 3-star recruit that's going to give me 100% effort over the 5-star recruit that's going to give me 80% effort because they feel entitled. And that's just a random example. I'm not even saying that's what happened with Agiye Hall because he got kicked off of the team for Alabama for not going to class and stuff that happened off the field. The thing with Agiye Hall is, and I'm sure he's watching this video, Agiye, you know this. You're one of the most talented football players in the entire world. Unfortunately though, and I wish you fix this and I hope you fix it in the future, you can't stay out of trouble. And you're not going to get too much sympathy from me because as a football player, it's not that hard to stay out of trouble. You got one of the best lives out there. Best lives? Come on, Matt, that don't make sense. Best lives. There we go. Am I trying to say that being a collegiate athlete is easy? No, it's one of the hardest things you'll ever do because 1, you got to practice all the time, you got to play, and 2, you got to go to class. Not only do you got to go to class, you got to pass your test and you got homework. Yeah, it's not easy. What I'm labeling as easy is staying out of trouble. It's not that hard to not break the law. I've been alive for 22 years and I haven't done it yet. And well, here we are. As you can see on your screen right here, breaking news. Texas wide receiver Agiye Hall enters a transfer portal. Why did I say it like that? Trying to add some dark emphasis on I don't know. He entered the portal. Check out this comment. All the talent in the world and he's going to 3 schools in 3 years with limited playing time due to suspensions. When is someone going to explain to him that his attitude is killing his career? Couldn't have said it any better myself. And you see, I don't know this to be 100% certain, but I can almost assume it. Like I said, give me the 3-star recruit that's going to give me 100% effort over the 5-star recruit that's going to give me 80% effort. You can look at the stats. We even talked about this earlier. Ironically, 5-star recruits have the highest percentage of getting to the NFL. It's something like 63%. Sadly though, every now and then you got a couple of bad eggs. Every now and then you got a couple of 5-star recruits where they go to a college and they want to be worshipped like a god like they were in high school. What I'm getting to and what I'm trying to say is 5-star recruits have a sense of entitlement, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. They get it, they understand it, they were a 5-star recruit. And just like any man walking this planet should have the mentality of, they feel like they're the best thing since sliced bread. I have no problem with that. I think you should wake up every single day and look in the mirror and tell yourself you're the best and nobody's better than you. Every single man should have that mentality. However, I don't think you should walk around saying that out loud. It's more so of you gotta have the character of a humble beast. You got to tell yourself, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, and nobody's better than me, but you don't say it. You get what I'm saying. But sometimes as men, our egos and pride, they can get in the way and we can make stupid decisions. And let's just call it what it is. I'm not criticizing Agiye Hall. Notice, I'm just talking about everything he's done up to this point. I see a lot of people in the comments saying stuff like this. Here come the haters and negativity instead of just wishing the kid good luck, but that's too hard for some folks. And to be honest, I haven't heard anybody hating on him. They're just saying that this kid has commitment issues, which is true. He also has an attitude problem, which I stated over a year ago. And I want y'all to understand this. I wouldn't say anything right now that I wouldn't say to myself if I was doing the same stuff. The stuff I'm saying about Agiye Hall, it's the same stuff I would tell my brother if he was in the same situation. The one thing about me is I'm not a yes man. I'm not finna hype somebody up just to be on their good side. I'm telling you how it is. I'm never gonna tell you what you want to hear on this channel. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear. Mr. Agiye Hall, I mean this wholeheartedly. You have single-handedly sabotaged your own career, and it's nobody's fault but yours. You are the reason that you're not where you want to be. You don't want to work. You want to go to a school and you want them to bow down to you and say, oh, Agiye, you're going to start and play every single game without putting in any work whatsoever. The bottom line is that's not going to happen, and it will never happen unless you go to a low D1 program. You went to Texas and Alabama. I know Texas ain't the best of the best, but they're not going to bow down to you. And Alabama for dang sure wasn't. You should have known that from the jump. And honestly, I kind of feel like if you would have stuck it out in Alabama, went through the rough patches, you'd be a star wide receiver heading into next season. But you've burned that bridge and you wasted that opportunity. And I mean this 100%. Time is starting to run out. Because now you're no longer this big hotshot 5-star wide receiver coming out of high school. You're now labeled as the guy who got kicked off of Alabama, you got suspended multiple times at Texas, and you have commitment issues, and you're on your third team or going to be on your third team in 3 seasons. You're now a guy that everybody's looking at and they're kind of laughing at. As harsh as all that sounds, it is the cold hard truth, but there is a good end to this story. It's not over. You haven't ruined your entire career just yet. You got time to save it. But like I said, time is running out. And this may sound absurd and crazy, but I'm not going to give up on you quite yet. I don't exactly trust you too much to get your act together, but here's what I am going to say. I believe in your talent. I know you're talented. For those of you that don't know, this dude Agiye Hall, when he's on the field, yeah, he's electric. Once again, though, the problem is he can't stay on the field. I'm wishing you the best of luck. Whether you want to believe that or not, I really am. There's enough money, success, everything you want in this life to go around. And the reason I'm laughing is because I'm sure this won't be the last time we talk about Mr. Agiye Hall. I just got a feeling about it. I thought the last time we talked about him would be a year ago, and here we are. He's starting to remind me of that evil villain in a video game that you think you beat, but you just see him in the next round or level. You can never beat him. It's a never-ending cycle. Agiye Hall at this point is the end-game boss. That's how it feels. It seems like nobody knows what's going on with him for 11 months, and then boom, he pops into the news out of nowhere. Hey, I ain't complaining. Free entertainment for us. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down below about Remedy.